Okay, welcome to the Credit Money Machine Getting Started video. This is the first video in a series of basic training videos meant to get you started in the system using it, using some of the basic features or features that you're used to using in other systems. I'm going to jump right into it. First, I'll give you kind of an explanation of what you see here, and then we'll get into first steps. What you're looking at is just a blank contact record in the system. On the left is where all the contact information, email address, website, phone numbers, etc. Would go. This is going to have a lot of the features and functions of a contact in most other CRM systems. On the right, what you see here is a menu. This menu is equivalent to the admin area of other softwares that you may be used to using. What we've done is make sure that you have access to those areas of the software from any contact record in the system. So it just kind of gives you the ability to access any area of the software from a contact record. You don't have to go through multiple menus or multiple layers to access a different area of the software. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the setup area in our menu here, and let's go to under setup area. We've got a whole list of different places we can go. We're going to go to the agent privileges and set up your agent account. Okay, once I get to the agent privileges area, this is what I'll see. You see a list of all of my agents here on the right, and I've got a blank agent record here. To create that blank agent record, I just click the add button here, and it gives me this blank agent record to fill out. I'll go ahead and quickly fill out the basic information. As you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. And then any of the areas that need explanation, I'll stop and show that to you. Okay, I've got most of the information filled out here for this contact. A couple things I left to show you guys is initial view. You've got two initial views. If you guys have the Pro Plus, basically you have advanced view and simple view. If you've got this on level 1, it's always going to start the person off in simple view. I recommend that you always operate in the more advanced view. It'll get you used to the system quicker, and there's some cool features that are not available in the simple view. So my recommendation is always change this to number 2. And then to the right you have rank. You have agent, executive, administrator. Typically an agent is going to have pretty limited abilities. They're not going to be able to go into or change key areas of the system. This would be maybe a salesperson, maybe a kind of entry-level person in your company. Executive has a little bit more abilities to access areas of the system. It's got a little bit more ability to edit areas, billing areas, stuff like that. And then administrator is pretty self-explanatory. That's the all-encompassing, all-powerful rank. We'll make this person an executive. Down below here, I can make this person active, inactive, this agent. And I can even give them a position from the drop-down, or I can type in the position here if I want to give them a specific description for the position that they hold in my company. I can also give them log out, meaning I can force them to log out at specific times, so on and so forth. You'll see this little option here that says logged. If I check this box, all of the actions of this agent will be logged in the system. There's an area right here that allows me as an administrator or manager of the company to go and see different activities this agent performs. So I can turn this on or off for a specific agent and track their activities inside my system. Change password. This is where you can set this agent's password to log into the system. Very easy. Just set the password. Oh, it's got to be 6 letters or more. As we kind of move down, some of these fields are a little bit more advanced, so we'll kind of skip through those. But you'll see here round robin candidate, and you can see that I have a couple people in the round robin, myself and George here. That's what this R means here. Round robin means that in any of the leads that I have coming into the system that I have being distributed, this person would now be in that distribution. They would be a part of the round robin and assigned leads as they come in through the different sources for leads. This area here allows you to put a picture for the agent in the system if you want their picture displayed and stored in the software. This will also be something that can be used in their signature, that kind of stuff. And then you have starts at, ends at. This is when you can actually say, all right, this person cannot log in before 8 a.m. and must be logged out by 5 p.m. So you can kind of set their abilities to access your software to certain hours right here. I'm going to make this midnight, so when I'm doing this video, it doesn't actually log me out. I'll make it 9 p.m., I guess. Next, as you go to the right, all of these items listed here, anything that's check marked is something you're denying access to for this particular agent. So for example, contact or email delete, meaning can delete emails or contacts. If it's checked, the answer is no, they can't do that. Can access the checks area. There's a demand draft area where you can print checks in the system. I'm saying no, you can't do that. So anything that's checked, I'm actually denying them access to that area. And that goes the same for these areas here. So as you guys set up your agents and you want to set their permissions, basically, this is where you would do it. So there's kind of a double layer here. One is their rank, and then there's the actual areas of the system they can or can't access. Okay, so what I've done is I've created a login, essentially, for this agent. Now, what I recommend you do with all of your agents is you go up here and click this button right here. It says Add Current Agent as Salesperson. That's kind of a poor description because they don't necessarily have to be a salesperson. You're just basically creating them as a contact in the system. The reason that's important is that the Task Manager area is tied to a specific contact. So if they want to set tasks related to themselves that's not related to a client or a lead, they would perform or set those tasks or reminders on their own contact record in the software. So I always recommend you just click this button. All it's doing is creating a contact record based on this information in the system, just like you see here. And then I recommend right here, where it's right next to levels to pay, there's a little box here that you check that is basically saying that this person is not only an affiliate or a sales source within the company, but they're also an agent. They're also somebody that works within your company. It kind of differentiates their record from everybody else's. And I'll just kind of show you what I mean. Here's a standard record, right? Here's an agent in the system. All right, now let's go back to the setup area and set up your company. So we've got you as an agent set up in your software. Now we're going to go ahead and set up your company. So we'll go to the next step in this little setup area and go to company information. I'll go ahead and just let you see my information here. This is my company, Expert Credit Systems. The way to add a company, now what you'll notice is you can manage multiple companies out of Credit Money Machine. So for example, I've got ECS Credit here as just a sample, and then I've got Expert Credit Systems. For me to add a company, I just simply click the add button and it creates a blank screen for me, and I fill out the information. I fill out all this information. I go ahead and click here to import my logo. It's very basic, it's very easy. You click on it, you locate the logo on your computer like you would any other file you're attaching or uploading somewhere. Once you've located it, you hit open. It'll post your logo right in this little box, and now that'll display in the system like you can see here. And this will post in my portals. This will post anywhere where the system will display the company logo. So it's nice to be able to do that. I'm just going to quickly go through what some of this information is. It's pretty basic, pretty easy. What's nice about this software is you'll notice I can store an eBay ID if you have an eBay account that you have linked to a specific company, my PayPal email. I can have default tax percentages if my service charges taxes or I have to allocate for taxes. I can have that, which will be shown on all invoices, and all this other information here. Okay, company policy and guarantee. Just all this good information I can store on my company record, which will be used throughout the software in different areas. Now, the only other thing I'll cover here is you'll notice here it says assign current as default company. So if you do have multiple companies in here and you want to assign one as your kind of default company in the software, so you're not having to move back and forth if you don't use the other ones very often, you just simply click this button and assign that company as your default company, which is what I've done here. Okay, now that we're done with the company area, I'll just go walk you through basic navigation of the system, and that'll be the end of this first video. All right, so we're back on a contact record. Again, we've got our admin menu here. We've got some icons up here that allow you when you're in a different area. So when you've clicked away from the menu, you've got other very commonly used features up here that you can access without having to go back to the menu by hitting the home button. So I'm just going to go through these with you first. The first one here, the plus button, is add a contact. You'll notice when I hover over the button, it tells me what it does. Okay, this is to delete a contact. This is to find a contact. This is to list contacts. I'll talk to you about that more. This is our group contacts, task manager, templates manager. This is where your email templates are created, your letter templates, all that good stuff. This is personal agenda, so each agent can have their own personal agenda area with reminders and that kind of stuff. This icon is for the dispute center. This is going to take you into the credit repair area. The money symbol is accounts receivables. This is where you would go create payments from a client and run credit cards and all that good stuff. Email system, custom menu, and full menu. Okay, custom menu is literally just you can kind of reduce the main menu. See how you get the main menu here? This is everything on it. You can actually create your own custom menu that's a little bit less overwhelming. Maybe it's easier to find the areas that you go to most often, so you can kind of limit what's viewable in your menu by just having a custom menu here. To set up your custom menu, just while we're talking about that, it's very easy. If you hover over it, you'll see Shift plus click to enter setup mode. So I just hold down Shift on my keyboard and click on it, and it brings up the setup area. Very easy. Everything I've got check mark is what will be displayed when I go to my custom menu. So everything I have check marked here will actually show up when I'm clicking on my menu here. Very basic, very easy, very simple to use. Okay. All right, let's cover adding a contact. We just simply click the plus button, and it's going to pop up a menu and ask you what type of contact are you adding. Is it an active client, a not active client, a lead, affiliate, provider, other? Other is kind of miscellaneous. Provider, I would always consider someone that provides a service to me, like a credit monitoring company, my electric company, cable company, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and add a lead. Now what you'll notice is when I added this record, it assigned the letter L and gave it a color code of purple. It kind of identifies this record very discreetly as a lead. If it was an active client, okay, you can see this button here. If it's an affiliate, you see this here. We're looking at a lead. So we've added a lead. Now I'm simply just going to fill out the fields by clicking in these little boxes here and fill out the information, email, website, etc., etc. Okay, I've got all their basic information filled out, and now I'm going to assign the referral source right here, the person that referred this person to me, and it's from a drop down. You can see I got quite a few of them in here. Let's just pick out, we'll just make me the referral source here. What's nice is whenever I'm on a contact record, I can see exactly who the mortgage broker is, real estate agent, whoever it is that assigned this or that referred this client to me. As the referral source, if I do pay out commissions or referral fees, you'll notice that I have a commission box here. I can pay out percentages or fixed dollar amounts. That is customizable 100% in the setup area. Right now, Chad gets 10% of everything that Newbie Jones pays my credit repair company in this example. And I can also assign that they only get paid once. They only get paid on the initial fee versus ongoing monthlies. If this is untagged, they will get paid every time I run a payment on Newbie Jones record, or I mark a receivable as paid. Okay, now that I've added a record for newbie here, there's a couple things I'll show you guys how to do. First of all, I want to know how to notate the conversations or the actions that I'm taking on behalf of newbie, this new lead, if I left them a message whatsoever. So the first thing is you notice these tabs down here. Each one of these tabs has a different function, okay, related to this contact. The Notes tab, if I have that highlighted, allows me to simply click this plus button and add a note. Like that, test note. So I type in my note, I hit save, and now you see my note here, date and time stamped, and it tells me who in my company, which agent in my company added the note. The next tab over is the History tab. The History tab tracks certain actions and certain activities that pertain to this record. For example, if I sent a templated email from the email system to this record, it would track that email. It would show that that email was sent and by who. If I created a task and marked it as completed, it would track that history in here automatically. It's kind of a semi-log or related to this record. And that's done automatically. It's not something you have to do. It just happens automatically. Okay, the next tab over is the Documents tab. This is the attachments. This is where you're going to attach documents. What's really nice about our Documents area is you can attach just about any type of file, meaning images, documents, Word documents, JPEGs, PDFs, just about anything. And again, you'll use it the same way as the Notes. So see the Notes, I hit the plus sign. Well, once I've got the Documents tab opened, I just simply hit the plus sign to add a document. And now what I'll do is name the document. So I'll say IB Docs, right? So I'll name it and just hit Create for current record. And it creates that label or that column or row for me to add that document. Now to locate the document on my computer, I can do one of two things. I can click in this little box here where the document will be displayed, or I can click the attachment to import. Either one will perform the same thing. I click here, I find the document on my computer, so we'll just grab any document here, add it. It's going to say, do you want to add this file to your database field? That's a more advanced thing we'll talk about later. But let's, for example, just go with the default, which is yes. And now you'll see the document added. What's nice is this document, it shows the path to the document, and it shows here that there's a document in this little box. So if I want to view that document, I can click in the box and click View and open it up. It's asking me how I want to open it because it's probably some strange document I have here. Yeah. So there's the document I opened. Or I can click this little action button, which will also automatically open it. Let's see if Microsoft Word works any better. Same jargon, but it gives you the functionality of it. So I can add another document real quick. We'll call this credit report. I'm going to add a Word document here so you guys can see it display. And now I can click on it and view it, open up that document. And here it is on my other screen. Now what's nice is I can have an unlimited number of documents. I can also store items other than documents here. I can store images. I can store just content that I want listed on their record that I can pull into using UDFs, user-defined fields into emails and so on. So a very useful area of the system. Next tab is emails. Emails is going to show me every email sent or received that's related to this email address. Whatever email I have on this contact's record that have been sent from this software to that email address or received from that email address will literally be displayed right here in the Emails tab. If all of the emails aren't up to date, you just simply click the Refresh Emails button. It'll refresh the emails to bring the most recent emails into this list. There's a lot of things you can do. You can actually open the email, preview it here. You can see it listed here. I can reply to that email right from the contact record, or I can go to it in the full view mode in the email system by clicking the go button. Pretty nifty little nice feature. Next button over is if there's any invoices related to this contact record. I could see those invoices listed here, whether they're paid, what their balance is. I can actually go to the invoice area from this contact record. So again, very, very convenient. The progress tab is where you're going to see their portal. You're going to view their portal. I haven't created a portal for this client yet, but if I had, this is where I could view it. This is where I could update the portal and see some other progress-related, credit repair progress-related information. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to cover in this first video is just literally how to search the system for a contact record, how to search, do a basic search to find information you're looking for in the software. First things first, under contacts, you can click on the find contacts, or again, if you notice up here, this is find contacts as well. So the reason we have it in here twice is if I happen to not have the menu up, I don't want to have to go back there to search a contact. So I can simply click here. It brings up a menu here that I can type a search into. So if I want to find Apple Sample, I just simply type her name, hit enter, which would select the default here, which is quick find. So I'll hit enter, and boom, it takes me right to Apple Sample's record. Now, if I go search a record that maybe or I do a search that has more than one record that matches the criteria, whatever it is I typed into this system, into this area, then watch what happens. Here, we'll put Johnny in there because I'm sure we have more than one Johnny. It's going to identify to me right here, we found 24 contacts that match your criteria. So it's going to give me, do I want to look at a full list or a mini list? I always go with the default full list. What it's done now is list all the records that say Johnny. Now from this little list here, I can simply click on the Johnny that I wanted to go to, and it pulls up that record or brings me directly to that record so that I can call this guy, whatever it is I'm going to do. Now you'll notice this record's in blue, okay? And on the left here, it's because he's an affiliate. I have him marked as an affiliate. And I have this little box down here checked for referral source, meaning this guy's an active referral source for me. And so his record's going to show up in blue, which just visually identifies to me that this is an affiliate versus a lead or a normal contact. What else? Making sure this box is checked here. So if I uncheck it, you'll notice he no longer is lit up in blue. He's no longer a referral source. Okay. What else? Having this record listed as an affiliate does is it puts him in this drop down or this list of affiliates, so that he's somebody I can select or assign to a contact as the person who referred that lead or that contact, that client. Okay. The other thing that I want to show you guys while we're talking about the referrals, and this is still related to searching or finding records, you notice I've got quite a few affiliates listed in my system here. Well, instead of having to go and select from this drop down and find them in this big long list, I can simply click right here. It says referral number 1, find referral 1 source by searching. So I can click on it and search for where it is that I want. So let's say it's Johnny Bravo that I want to find. And it's going to say, do you want to search this guy and replace the current? So do you want to go ahead and just add him in here? Or do you want to search and replace a selected group? That's a little bit more advanced. Let's just go with the search and replace current. You'll notice what it did automatically when I searched him is it automatically placed that affiliate in the referral source field. So I searched it, found it very easy, and it automatically assigned it. Kind of a nice little shortcut, easy way to assign affiliates if you have a ton of them versus clicking here and having to dig through this long list. All right, that's the end of my first video here. It's about a 25-minute video to get you started, to get you the basics. The next video is going to cover assigning tasks, getting a little bit into some of the shortcuts, sending emails to clients from their contact record, doing some more features and tasks that you're going to want to do as you start your business or you start using Credit Money Machine to contact clients and so on. So hope this helps, and have a wonderful experience with Credit Money Machine.